I'm a 37-year-old sales executive. I'm 4 months sober. Just watched a guy blew a decade on a bender, win a golf tournament. Made me realize something dark about why I've always been drawn to heroes like Bourdain or Robin Williams. Let's talk about the comeback. Hey, my name's John. I'm an alcoholic, and I'm a dad going through a divorce. And, God, I just watched a video on Anthony Kim. And if you don't know who Anthony Kim is, he's a golfer that retired like 10, 15 years ago because he got an injury and an insurance payout and whatnot. And dude went on like a massive coke bender. You can kind of see it right now in his face that like he's clearly done a lot of cocaine. And I'm a big golf fan, and there's this like rogue league that started called Live Golf that fell apart, and we don't need to go to the details of that, but it's in the process of falling apart. But the one really cool thing that's come of that is this redemption story for this guy, Anthony Kim. So he was, paralleled with Tiger Woods back in the day, like at the peak, very cool, like just one of those guys. It was like of that Ricky Fowler-esque, and then just completely disappeared when he got injured. And there were rumors always going around about him and his drug and alcohol problem and like all that kind of shit. And it was kind of a sad story about like what could have been. And this, Saudi league that came out of nowhere gave him an opportunity. I think they paid the insurance payout of like $5 or $10 million so that he could come play. And he got out and played, and this fucker won again. And he's sober, right? He is competing with, you can argue some of the best in the world right now, and won. And I love the PGA Tour. I hate the live thing, whatever. We don't need to get into that. This is about fucking sobriety and drugs and alcohol. But it just made me think of it as like, why is it that I'm like so excited by like the redemption stories, or like even a lot of my heroes have been addicts, or people with like mental health disorders. Like when I look at cooking and whatnot, like Anthony Bourdain was one of my favorites. Like ex-heroin addict, ended up killing himself, on the comedian side, right? You look at Mitch Hedberg or like mental health Robin Williams. Like we all like these people, and they're funny and they're interesting. And it's like, I think part of the reason that we find them funny, or I find them funny or interesting, is that there's a darkness or a connection to like an understanding that I have. One of my favorite books when I was growing up was that stupid Oprah book club book, A Million Little Pieces, about a guy going through kind of recovery, going to a recovery center. I love that movie, 28 Days. It's weird. Everyone loves Requiem for a Dream. Train Spotting was a great. When I look at like the content of my youth, a lot of it was riddled with like drug addiction. So maybe that was a glimpse inside of where I was going or where I was heading. But God, it is so nice to see a fucking hero's journey for someone like Anthony Kim. He was just asked the question, how would that have been, you playing today against 2016 Anthony Kim? And he's like, well, you know what? 2016 Anthony Kim might not have showed up. I get a feeling that he felt like a pickle out of water when he was, younger and actually had the world by the balls. And he's probably feeling like a pickle in the water now. Such a cool journey. Really fun to watch. Love to see someone kind of make that journey back. Hope this was interesting for y'all. What are your thoughts on Anthony Kim?